This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode. Well, actually, the final episode of Our World has ended. We've done all the girls' endings and the guys' endings, and seen how everyone deals with Reiji becoming either their best friend or possible lovers. In that case, in this case, we've decided to push everyone to the side, make all the worst decisions, and only push up our relationship with Reina that we hardly knew her. We first knew her as Girl A, and then she became Reina, the director that we couldn't lose to. And so, if we do everything right, she even has her own unique little... Oh, and I forgot to show off everyone's like unique little portrait when they're maxed out. As you can tell there, she's got her own like color, and she's blushing, which means I've gotten her in. This happens after... Oh, it even says Reina end. Her world is ended, so we know what path we're on. Now, this is after we beat Yuri, but since she's not a true ending type of character, because she's, you know, like a cyber character, not real, and all this other stuff, so it gives like a soft ending and not like a true ending, so we don't actually go back into the world and through her personality about her feeling bad about people forgetting about her when she died and me taking over and all that other stuff. So that stuff didn't even happen. So, and I basically what I did is I just chose all the decisions that got her set up, and then I skipped everything until the game stopped. So I'm going to consider that this is part of the ending, so we're just going to leave it here. And this is when everyone's checking to see if Tokyo's saved. If it goes on further, we'll just skip until then, or I'll talk about the game at this point. But let's see what happens as we continue on, then I'll talk about the game and everything like that. Oh yeah, let's see if we actually save Tokyo. Well, I don't hear any trouble outside, so I think it's all fine. The Wire-san turns on the TV. It starts showing a talk and variety show. It's August 17th, Thursday. It's time for your morning variety show. Eh? Anyway, the first news for today. With a smile on his face, the newscaster talks about how a rare animal at the zoo gave birth. It's really heartwarming, which is weird. I can't skip it. I've read this before, so that's the thing I don't like about it. Like this way, it says not read text. Is it almost sets it up as certain scenes can't be skipped if you haven't read the text, even though it could be all the same except for like one line. It's weird how this game works sometimes. But anyway, I'm just gonna read it as is. In my story, transport banking management system should have been shut down the morning of August 17th. Sorry for the wait, everyone. Here's my leftover special. I had no time to go shopping, so please bear with this just for now. It's not much, but I'm confident in the taste. We're the heroes who saved Tokyo. I think we deserve more than a leftover special. Maybe I should skip stuff, or maybe physically go through stuff I've already read, because I remember this part from the previous. Let's see, we've seen this before. Oh, wait, what? August 17th? The news are the exact same as we saw. What? What's going on here? Okay, maybe this is the part that's confusing. Here we go. Okay. Because the rest of it was the same. Eh? Oh, yeah. Let's see if we actually save Tokyo. I hear trouble outside, so I think it's all fine. Uh-oh. Let's see. It's repeating now. Wait! Hold on! What's going on? This isn't right. I'm experiencing the morning of August 17th for the third time now. Anyway, the first news for today. And it's the third time we hear the news about the rare animal birth at some zoo. For some reason, we're repeating August 17th. That can only mean one thing. Iruka-san, are we still in the virtual world? In my story, transport banking management system should have been shut down on the morning of August 17th. I talked to him, he doesn't respond. What's wrong with him? As the confusion settles in, Unisan brings over a large tray. Unisan, something's wrong with this world. We're looping through the 17th. Sorry for the wait, everyone. Here's my leftover special. Once again, she doesn't respond to me. They're just saying the same things over and over like they're NPCs. I have no time to go shopping, so please bear with this just for now. It's not much, but I'm confident in the taste. Duh. Unisan! Static overwhelms my vision moment. My vision moment? Ding. And the next, Unisan's completely vanishes. Huh? We're the heroes who saved Tokyo. I think we deserve more than a leftover special. Goodbye, fat ass. I say this to lecture for you. Usually, it's not like you usually eat fancy meals, right? Goodbye, bitch. Yeah, you know it's homemade cooking, so be more grateful. Bye, flatboard. Let's just eat. Goodbye, snob. Or genius tantrum girl. One by one, they disappear, just like Unisan. Wari-san, what's going on? They're all gone! Duh, goodbye, perf. I run up to Wari-san, but then he vanishes in the same manner as the others. What's going on here? What is this? Left alone in the empty lounge, I just stand there dumbfounded. I have no idea what to make of this, but I have to go search for the others. I prepare to dash to the exit, but then... It's pointless, Reiji-kun. Oh, that sounds creepy. I suddenly hear a voice behind me. It's Reina-san. Reina-san? What is this? We're still in the virtual world, right? We didn't go back to reality. Where are the others? Where did they disappear to? And if you've been paying attention to the game at all and the way Reina has acted a couple of times during one of the endings, it shouldn't be surprising what's going on now. But anyway, I barrage her with questions, but her expressions remain the same. They're all gone. Gone? You mean they logged out? She slowly shakes her head. They haven't logged out, then where are they? I don't understand the situation. Wanting to find out more, I approach her, but then stop. Reina-san seems different than usual. Reiji-kun, that doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter? What are you saying? I stand there in confusion. She stares at me directly, then slowly opens her mouth. I'm saying that. Her voice is a mix of emotions. I can't tell if she's laughing, crying, or just troubled. The world has ended. She smiles at me. The world ended? Yes, we, Judgment 7, couldn't stop the Akashic. That's why it continued acting out of control. No, that's not the right way to say it. There was no malfunction, error, or glitch. Akashic was working as intended and did exactly what it had to. What it had to? I fearfully ask that, and she responds as if it's no big deal. The continuation of the capital disappearance operation, that was what it desired. Huh? What are you saying? It continued that project? Hey, Reiji-kun, what day do you think it is in the real world? Eh? We came to the new world on the night of August 16th and came back to reality on the morning the day after, so... You didn't actually come back, and today is August 19th, Judgment Day. Dun 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 dun! Dun 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 dun! Dun 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 dun! Can't wait for some Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sarah Connor and all this other stuff to pop out of nowhere. Eh? Akashic hacked missiles facilities and fired missiles toward Tokyo, completely destroying it. Following those words, we suddenly moved from the lounge to the Roku. Huh? Judgment Knight's plan came to fruition. Tokyo was completely destroyed. What you are seeing right now became reality about 2 hours ago. But then what about the others? What happened to them? They're all right, aren't they? Before answering, Reina-san falls silent. I instantly realize what that silence implies. All of Tokyo was destroyed. There's no way that Judgment 7's base would be undamaged. Not to mention that they were all in their NWGs locked up within the Akashic. They couldn't run even if they wanted to. But Tokyo was destroyed and countless people died. Judgment 7 is no exception. Her words make my mind go blank. Everyone in Judgment 7 is dead? But wait, wasn't I in the, because this is after the whole we separated, they stayed in the bar and I went to their base, so, you know. Don't joke with that. It's not funny. They're dead? No way, that's... Reina-san doesn't change her expression. No, 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 there's no way. They're probably somewhere in this world. They have to be, right? ... She doesn't respond to my desperate question. ... Exclamation point. I leave her there and start to run. There's no way they're dead. It's impossible. That's not true. It's impossible. It can't be. I mean, I'm still here in the virtual world. If I was dead, my brainwaves wouldn't accept data from the Akashic, and I couldn't be here. That's not necessarily true. There's also no proof that Tokyo is destroyed, and I can't even be certain that it's August 19th, Judgment Day. Why would she lie to you? Unable to believe anything, I just ran around Asakusa searching for my friends. But you ignored all of them to give Reina the most points. Why would you care? And we're seeing all the backdrops. Lovely backdrops. How nice. Yep, those are cool backdrops. Actually, they're pretty cool. I mean, they're very detailed and nice. No matter how much I ran around, I couldn't find anyone. Hey, Reiji-kun, there's no point in this. I mean, everyone's dead. They could never be in this world. Well, I've been looking for them hard enough, so they're probably not in this world. Hey, Reina-san, please log me out. You should have done that from the start. I can check to see if they're all right in the real world. It says check, by the way, not check. Ding. Sorry, but I can't do that. She shakes her head with a stern expression. Oh, is that because your admin power is too low? But girl A past the walls of Cafe Exit, right? There's an exit there. If you use the power, then... I can't do that, Reiji-kun. There's nowhere for you to return to in the real world. Eh? What do you mean? The real world Tokyo was destroyed by missiles. Everyone in Judgment 7 died then, and that includes you. Dun dun dun! Are you saying that I'm dead? Or are you saying that I'm dead? Now that I think about it, the Judgment 7 base was tapped by missiles. There's no way that would have ended up unharmed. I'm dumbfounded one moment, but then I realize a problem with that. But then, why am I still here? If Tokyo is destroyed, the base in collapse, there's no reason for me to connect it to the Akashic. Suddenly, I regret asking that. I have a feeling that I'm about to find out something terrifying. After a moment of silence, Reina-san opens her mouth. Tokyo was destroyed. Judgment 7 base collapsed. Everyone died, and all I could really do from there was watch, or hear from watch. But even so, there was one thing that I could do. I could use my admin powers to back up a single person's memory data and have them stay here in the virtual world. That's... You don't mean that... And so I chose you, Reiji-kun. I put you above all else, all the others. I like how the music, the music's been there before, but the music almost turns creepy at this point, you know? She didn't, she just wanted to save us and everything. There wasn't much she could do, but it's still creepy, you know? Not Natsumi, not Sakai-kun, not anyone else, you. Yeah, you know, every time she told us she loved us and the time before she disappeared. Yeah. That's creepy. Now we're both beings that have discarded life, flesh, and the concepts of time and space. But why did you? Reina-san turned sad and cast her eyes down. Because I don't want to be alone anymore. I don't want to spend an eternity in this unchanging virtual world all by myself. Kind of reminds me, what was that one movie? I haven't seen the full thing. I just know bits and pieces of it. I think it was called like. It wasn't Arrival. It's where it's like Chris Pratt and this one girl, or Chris Pratt is on this journey to like, I don't know, some far off space place or whatever, and he's the only one who doesn't go into cryogenic sleep, and so he ends up waking up one of the passengers and forcing them to be awake with him as they travel. And it's one of those that would take like 40 or 50 years or something like that. But he opens it up because he doesn't want to be alone the whole time, otherwise he'd go crazy. But he ends up doing another person to have their life, you know, be like that for the whole time. It's a very creepy idea. Anyway, Reina-san! She makes a pained face, and I don't know what to say to her. But with you at my side, I might be able to get the peaceful days I desired. You broke the eternal days, and I feel that with you, this world can become a better place. Something might change. What do you mean? I'm being born from memories of the past. That's why all I have is the past. I don't have a future. But when I was backing up your memory data, I lost most of the memory data of the past. I'll probably gradually forget about Judgment 7 too. The new memories I'll make will overwrite and delete the old data. I have fond memories of Judgment 7, and now they're gone. But that's fine. I'm satisfied with just memorizing this moment with you for all eternity. Doing so makes me feel alive. Oh god. Unless you have a perfect memory, like the original Reina-san, gaining new memories makes the previous ones become less valid or vivid. I guess what she did allows her to artificially gain a human-like experience. She speaks of it with a refreshed expression, but I can't help but find it wrong. Reina-san, are you sure you're alright with that? Judgment 7 are your precious friends, right? The Reina-san I know would never throw them away like that. Well, I mean, she only had one choice, right? So, I mean, at least that's what she said anyway. Well, I guess you're right. The Reina Ichinosa you know is the ex-director of Judgment 7, a skilled person who can masterfully lead the quirky members. She's influenced even by becoming a virtual personality and makes you feel both respect and jealous, right? She says all that as though she's reading from a textbook. But I'm actually not nearly as good as you think I am. I'm actually weak, a crybaby, someone who gets jealous easily and extremely selfish. That almost sounds like you know. That's why I discarded all the others and chose you. God, this is horror. This is like a nightmare. You, the one I so love and hate. Love, hate, hate, love, hate. Alright, I'm gonna call you Hal from now on. Eh? I'm dumbfounded. Reina-san looks into the distance as though reminiscing about something. When I was girl A, you were very kind to me, right? You got close to me even though I was basically an amnesiac. It made me so happy. And you were so cool when you protected me from the men in black, like an actual hero, a justice. I really loved the way you were. But then when you grew as a director and gained everyone guided everyone to leave the looping world, I became very really jealous. I thought that I should have been the one there, not you. And that's why you dragged us to the world where you didn't die? Yeah, though thanks to your efforts, I couldn't close them all in. What a shame. I was so close to. That's why I really hated you for destroying my world. I can't really blame her for hating me. I went and destroyed her ideal world. But that's exactly why I want you to always be here in this world. She walks up to me and places her hands on her cheek. Who cares about Judgment 7? They're all dead. You're going to live with me in this world now forever. Are you happy? Of course you are. Are you happy? Are you happy? Stop! I shake off her hand. I won't give up yet. I'll escape this world and find them all. I'll prove to you that they're alive. I turn my back to her and run. You don't want to run away from the person who's basically locked you into her own world. Not losing hope yet. I start my lonely battle to escape this world. I feel like she's weirdly telling the truth. Back at the base, I start searching for a way out of here. Without the others, Judgment 7's base is eerily quiet. I've been here many times. It feels like a different place. We've been trapped in this world several times now, and we always found a way out. This time shouldn't be different. I'll get out as long as I don't give up. I go to my PC and start searching for clues. There's no point in that. Oh god. This is scary. I didn't even notice Reina-san entered the dev room. I ignore her words and start working. I use the debugging acceleration function to increase the world's virtual flow and the time to the very limit, buying me lots of time. Then I went to one of the slivers of hope, cafe exit, but didn't even have a door. Then I had the method of using the terminal port in the underground to send a dummy program and forcefully cutting the link. I didn't know much about programs, but now that I didn't have a Wari-san Tatiana to rely on, I had to do everything myself. Well, I mean, given enough time, you can learn anything when you think about it. However, an amateur like me couldn't hope to match the coding skills of two geniuses. It made me realize that we only got out of those difficult situations because all Judgment 7 was together. I thought I grew a bit as a director, but in the end, I couldn't do anything without the rest. A month passed since I started searching for a way out. Even though every day makes me realize just how powerless I am, I don't stop. If I do, I have to accept the worst possible truth. I'm battling with that fear every day. Here you go. I tried my hand at steak today. Reina-san places food on my desk. She started living in the base. She makes and brings me food every single day, but I don't touch any of it. You can get hungry in this world, but nothing will happen if you don't eat. In fact, I haven't eaten in so long I don't even feel hungry anymore. Hey, Reiji-kun, why not give up? Oh god, she's telling me to just give in. One of us, gobble gobble, gobble. You won't get out no matter how hard you try, and even if you do, I find a way. Though you and the world has been dead for a while now. He's really sinking up the place. You won't ever leave this world. You don't have a flesh to return to. Have a flesh? I can't really ding that because that might be weird enough to be true. I won't give up. I have to escape and prove that everyone's all right. I speak without even looking away from the screen. Both my body and mind are fatigued, and my heart isn't broken yet. Reina-san heaves a long sigh. All right, if it's that hard for you, ding, to give up, I'll show you exactly what's going on in the real world. Reina-san snaps her fingers, making my laptop screen change. It's news program showing an aerial view. The text is in Japanese, making it clear that's foreign. Or it's a foreign ding. It's showing a familiar warp scene. This is Tokyo in real life now. This is Tokyo in real life now. It's like a battlefield. The skyscraper and the expressway structures have collapsed. The radio towers are bent, and there's fire all over the place. Do you really think they survived this devastation? She asks something, but the scene makes me unable to respond. You understand now, don't you, Reiji-kun? Judgment 7 is gone. ... My heart turns blank. I can't even breathe. They were really dead. I didn't want to believe it, nor could I bring myself to. But seeing this reality made the mind I worked so hard to keep intact finally collapse. Judgment 7's battle against Lab 13 was for naught. In the end, we couldn't change the world. and the future refused to change. Just play the lava scream here. My vision suddenly turns dark and my consciousness fades. Unable to resist, I black out. Welcome back, Reiji-kun. Reiji-kun, welcome back. Good work on that experiment. Wait, don't tell me that you cooperated with this perv to do something decent. What's wrong, number 0? You look as confused as an old college student who slipped in the Otherworld Nova arc. Reggie, you don't look like you're doing anything. Fan me. Reggie, give me a whole red chuckle bar. Oh, I'm back in the real world. The lively everyday scene before me fills me with relief. Tokyo was never destroyed. Ha ha ha. Judgement never died. I was never trapped in the virtual world as a virtual personality. It was just a dream. I can still make games alongside all these beautiful people. Beautiful people. All right. Happy, shiny, beautiful people. Overcome by emotion, I go to join them. But then the world changes. Nice. An explosion rings out and the ground shakes. The impact makes it hard to stand. I've experienced this many times before in the virtual world. It's the missile attack on Tokyo. Dun, 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 dun. So the missile dropped and Tokyo's gone. All we did was for nothing. Here, I thought you could do, Reiji-kun. Reiji, this is all that we were. The idea we could protect Tokyo was absurd. I thought you could save the world, Reiji-kun, but I guess you couldn't do it, huh? You're dead just like us, right? Why are you living on in the virtual world like it's no big deal? That's not fair, is it? I don't want to die. It's not right that you get to live on the Reiji. I wanted to live too. Why are you the only one chosen? Why are you the only one still alive? Well, I mean, we're not alive. I mean, really. It's unforgivable that you still live along with Reiji. It's unforgivable. They all barrage me with disappointment, rage, and blame. No! I don't want to hear it! I look away and shut my ears, but the words resound throughout my mind. This is soul-crushing. It won't be long before I... Reiji-kun. I hear a familiar voice in the distance. As though saved by it, I awaken. Ugh! Exclamation point, question mark. I open my eyes to see Reina-san right before me. Are you alright? It looked like you were having a nightmare. Reina-san! My voice is hoarse. I still haven't fully woken up, but I know that this is a virtual world. Looks like I was just dreaming just now. I see a dark ceiling above. Looks like I was sleeping on the floor of the dev room. Right, I lost consciousness here after Reina-san showed me what's going on in the real world. Tokyo is destroyed, and Judgement 7, myself included, are dead. I've been looking away from this truth, resisting it with all I am, but now I have no choice but to accept it. And now that I did, there's only one thing left to say now. Reina-san, I have a request. A request? She raises an eyebrow. Please! Please kill me! Delete my memory data and remove me from this world! That would leave her alone. Tokyo is destroyed and Judgement 7 died. I died too! And I can't keep on living here as a virtual personality! I look her directly in the eyes. She suddenly looks at me with a calm expression, then cracks a smile. What are you saying? I'll never do that, you know. You will live with me here forever. Also, you might be thinking that getting to survive as Data while everyone else died is some sort of salvation. But no, this is actually a punishment. Punishment? Yes, for ending the world. Judgement 7 couldn't save Tokyo. Because of that, the city was destroyed and lots of people died. That's why you can't be allowed to just die and be done with it. You can't escape your punishment like that. Oh god. Jakuma was right. You now have to bear the sin and live in this world forever, for both yourself and for the rest of Judgement 7. She corners me with a cheery voice. I see, so this is a punishment, one I can't escape, even though I don't have a body anymore. That's how bad of a thing I did. The idea that a plain college student working in some small-time game studio in Asakusa could save the world was absurd to begin with. And yet I went and acted all big and righteous, causing countless people to lose their lives. Man, this is how I've been feeling about this game this whole time. I don't have the right to die. Yeah, you're right, Reina-san. I don't have the right to ask for death. If I die, I can't atone for what I've done. That's why I'll just carry this burden alone for as long as Akashic is operating. Reiji-kun, you got it a bit wrong. Eh? I'm in this world too, and I can save you. I can erase your sin, but I can't erase your sin, but I can support you. Reina-san! That's why. She hangs her face over me and brings her face closer. Don't suffer alone, Reiji-kun. I'll always be at your side. She pushes her lips against mine. I put up no resistance. This is the creepiest kiss ever. The sweet sensation makes my brain go numb. As though delirious, I become unable to think anything. How long did it last? As I lose my sense of time, she gently distances herself. To you, this world might be a prison right now, but I'm sure that together we can turn it into a paradise. Like Adam and Eve, huh? Watch out for that apple and that snake, dude. Her sweet invitation eats away at me. I have no means of resisting it. The sin I've committed is too great for me to bear alone. Don't cry. You're not alone. It reminds me of Final Fantasy 9. Or trying to remember the song. Man, I'm having a hard time. I know the song. I'm having a hard time like humming it. I'm not doing a very good job. She says that with a pained smile on her face. Before I realize it, a tear is flowing down my cheek. I can't tell if it's a tear of penitence at the fact that I made Judgement 7 and so many innocents lose their lives, or a tear of relief at the fact that Reina-san will be with me. I don't have what it takes to understand that. Reina-san and I stand in the empty city of Asakusa. Nothing is broken. It's nothing if not peaceful here. Looking at this town makes it hard to believe that the real Tokyo is destroyed, or the Judgement 7 and myself included are dead. Yay, happy music! However, looking at my side and seeing Reina-san makes it evident that this is the virtual world. I don't know how much time has passed since Judgment Day. A day, a week, a month? I don't know. This world is above the concept of time. This is the Asakusa that's detached from the world. Reina-san, W.O.R.L.D, and the others. W.O.R.L.D, who's that again? At some point, Reina-san completely forgot everything about Judgment 7. The remnants of memories she had left were overwritten by other data. Reina-san and Akashic probably did it on purpose. In the end, eternity is far too long a time to live with the memories of friends that couldn't be saved. That's why I figured that was a good thing. Oh, forget I said that. Huh, you're weird, Reiji-kun. I guess I am. Reina-san, not caring that much about what I said, just looks around Asakusa. Another quiet day, like any other. It really is. Well, maybe the fact that nothing changes is supposed to be happy about. It's good for when we just sit around and spend time together, just the two of us. The moment I say that, Reina-san makes a strange face. Huh? Huh? What's wrong? Reiji-kun, soon there might be more than just the two of us. How is that? Oh, wait, it's virtual. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. She bashfully placed her hand on her stomach area. Reina-san, are you? I'm dense, and even I understand what she means. We're just virtual personalities in a virtual world, but we're going to have a child. This world can be changed through the power of emotion, so it might not actually be impossible. If it's a boy, I think we should name him Hajime. If you do that, then he'll probably change his name to Sakai before he matures, and then grow up to be a pervert. What are you talking about? I think it's a great name. Reina-san smiles, gently caressing her stomach area, then looks at me. Hey, if we eventually have lots of children, there's something I'd like to do. What is it? I want us to make games together. Good lord, this is creepy. Oh god. The end. Reina and her world is ended. Our world is bad end. Like all visual novels, we get the bad ending, and we get the 100% completion trophy guide for getting our ending and finishing the game, and we even get credits too for getting the bad ending. This is because you put her above all your other friends. Who knew? I think it's because you're supposed to have an idea that it might be a bad idea when she does the whole keeps her friend in the world on repeat because she doesn't want to be forgotten. Oh man, that was actually kind of creepy. I'll give the game credit for doing that to us. I mean, I've played bad endings before, and they're always creepy. But you know, it's always a smack to the face when it happens, even though you kind of expect. I didn't know for sure what type of ending it was be, but I had a strong feeling, knowing that it didn't have an official ending to the true ending. I knew it was going to be like a bad ending or an abrupt ending or something like that because of, focusing on a virtual character, not the real one. And I think we're just getting the normal ending. credits as well. So I guess I'll just talk about the game one more time. So I can't believe I spent like, I think this will be the 127th episode on this game specifically. And I didn't even like this game that much either. Like the story was fine. You know, like it did what it needed to do, but I feel like it dragged on too long. The characters were so extreme to like make them unique that they were more annoying than fun or interesting like other characters in anime or manga. I thought the music was okay for the most part. And the visual novel didn't do enough with itself because it's a visual novel, right? So you're supposed to have a lot of visuals and novel part, and obviously with all the proofreading issues, like I talked in my other thing, made it hard to like take seriously because it messed up so many times on the proofreading part of the game, you know, because it's a novel. And the visual, there was a lot of backdrops and scenes with the characters, but I don't know. I feel like they could have done more like character emotions or different outfits or something like that just to do more of the visuals or show more scenes. But there was so many scenes that were just straight up blacked out or whatever. It's just like, so as a standard visual novel goes, it would definitely be middle of the road to low, personally, in my personal opinion, you know, at the end. And yeah, you're probably saying like, oh, you probably secretly like this game because you 100%ed it. I'm like, dude, after like a point, like I said in a previous episode, at some point your brain hits that point of like, it needs to finish it because I invested so much time into it. And which is weird because I've straight up stopped games and projects before that was like, I put a lot of time in because I just didn't want to do it anymore. But this is one of those that, because of the skipping option, the way to just breeze past dialogue after you've seen it, made it to finish it a lot quicker despite all the episodes I put onto it. But I kind of feel bad for just putting so many episodes. This is like my longest running series in terms of pure episodes. In terms of pure time I put into it, it's probably still going to be like maybe like Old Republic or Old Republic 2 or something like that, because I think I've put a lot more actual pure hours into those. But still, I don't know, it just kind of makes me ill almost at some point. But I'll have to turn that music here because that's really loud. But yeah, like I'll give this the game one thing. It had every once in a while have like weird like comedic moments that would actually get me, or it would have weird writing that I would be like, okay, I would actually maybe think like that every once in a while. So I'll give it that. But overall, it's still not a great story and not a great visual novel game. I mean, I appreciate them making the game, so it's not like it's one of those things where I just didn't want it to exist, you know. That'd be stupid to say, but it's definitely not it would be one I want to play again. And yeah, I 100%ed it, so obviously I wouldn't play it again for a long time anyway, but no, I would never pick up this game again. Visual novel again. It's not a great book to read either, so I wouldn't, it just doesn't do enough for me to like want me. And there's no like scene, and there's no like scenes in the game that I like, or in the novel that I really want to read again. I'm like, oh man, I got to read that scene again. You know, there might be a few funny lines, but not enough to keep it for me. So, oh man. So yeah, definitely. If I had to rate this game, I'd probably give it like a 5 out of 10 or something like that. You know, or 4 or 5 out of 10. So, like, it's basically definitely average for sure. I think most reviews online give it about the same rating too. And this game costs like, how much did they charge it for like the Switch? Or like $50 to $60? No way. Like, most visual novels aren't even that costly. Most of the visual novels charge usually like $20 to $30 for it, you know. Especially with how little just pure stuff is in it. Like, there's very little gameplay for it, which obviously it's a novel. There's not supposed to be, but you know, at least with Ghost Hunters, like I said, with Ghost Hunters, at least there was an RPG mechanic and ghosts to capture, and you could do stuff on the side while still getting the visual novel parts. So, all right, well, I think it's time for me to stop bitching about the game, mainly because it's over. But yeah, the Reina ending was creepy, but at least I somewhat enjoyed that, and yeah, I 100%ed it. That's crazy, huh? Actually, what is? Oh, it just shows her ending, right? Oh, what's it? List of cleared endings. Okay. What's that? Like, does that actually? No, it didn't. Oh, okay. And then it shows like a little thing. Oh, it even shows everyone's like embarrassed expressions for finishing their ending. Pervert, delusion, unfortunate, chaotic, childish, airheaded, pure, plain. Normal end, and then it shows all their endings. Completed. That's kind of cool. And then yeah, it shows her silly endings, and then you can just play her ending again if you wanted to. If you want to go through the creepy girl has fallen in love with you and says, "Stay with us forever," and you're like, "Oh God, no." I guess there's nothing really new on these. Yeah, all the endings. I don't know what my favorite CG is out of all these. I think it's probably either this one or because reasons. It's plot. I tell you, plot. I tell you. Isn't that like a meme on Life for Anime where it says like, and now for plot, and it shows like this girl like busting open her shirt. I don't know. I just find it funny. I think those are my two favorite just because of the obvious thing. Although this one's kind of funny too. Just seeing the girl with the bear or whatever on there, but all right, folks. Well, man, I doubt anyone watched this whole playthrough. If anyone watched, they probably watched the final episode or whatever. And I do not blame you if you just popped in at the last second, because this is, I don't know if I call it torture, but it was almost a nightmare for me having to put so much recording time in this, more than I usually do on other games, and games I actually like too. And yet I did it because I wanted to like get this game finished with quicker, and I ended up spending more time on it because, you know, because it was longer than I expected it was to be. That's another thing. This was too long. It dragged out way too many scenes and comedic moments, and that weren't even that funny. So, all right. I'm done with bitching you with the game now. So we're done with it. I will not record any more visual novels unless I have some interesting gimmick or gameplay mechanic to it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna do them on my own time. If they're interesting, then maybe I'll record them. Like if the story really grips me, and then I go, "Oh, I would like to play this." But if not, I'm not going to record these ever again, because this was just a pain and a half to do, and I did not enjoy. I enjoyed bits and pieces, but you could tell, like, if you watched every episode, you could tell there was many times in the series where I was just starting to get annoyed at the game, and I was being bitchy, you know, way too much. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this run of the visual novel, the last one I'll ever do, and I'll see you next time the mail comes in. Thanks for watching.